Hello, good morning. Well, I don't know what time it is that you're going to be seeing the video, but when I'm making the video, it's in the morning. So, good morning. Welcome to the ELuv, She Said. We are doing an ELuv news report this one, okay? This time around. And I got some topics that I want to talk with you guys about. So, before I get started, let me drink my cup of grape juice. This is my favorite cup on the planet. Anyways, so tell me why. Well, I don't know if you guys remember, but yesterday was National Lipstick Day. I tried doing a live on my Instagram. So for the people who saw it, it was National Lipstick Day. You got to go out, go to Ulta, get you some buy one, get one free on celeb lipsticks and stuff like that. I had me out a girls' night out, did some karaoke. It was fantastic, right? And then, I sat there, I did some painting, went to bed, woke up at like 4 a.m. as usual. That just get up that early for whatever reason. And I was watching the FBI files. And so there is this guy on there called James Springett. That's who they were trying to track down, okay? Big time drug man, okay? Talking about drug trafficking up the behind. He was hiding out in Colombia and things. They were trying to get down all his associates. And I was watching this and I was like, why are y'all working so hard to get this man? I mean, to the point where literally they had him on the 10 most wanted up there with Osama bin Laden. This was back around when he was still alive and stuff. And this was like in the early 2000s and stuff that this was happening. But they had him on the most wanted list, top 10. And I just thought, really, over some drugs? And I remember hearing the conversation actually circulating where people were like, there's rumor that, drugs will become legalized one day. There is a thing where that they should become legalized one day, that people should stop going to jail for them because really drugs are a preference. And the only person that's hurting at the end of the day is that person. So if you don't do them, don't do drugs, just don't do drugs and stuff. And then there's people who say that they should still stay illegal for many reasons. For the fact that, it kills people. For the fact that, really the war on drugs, I mean, to me, there's a whole system on it. There's the fact that there's the mover and the shaker. There's the spot house. There's whatever else. I don't know the lingo for this stuff. But, and then you have to have the mule, the drug mule. I would think that maybe the crime rate would go down if they did legalize it, because then you wouldn't have to have human drug traffickers, sticking the drugs inside their bodies and having the girls to do it and walk across and all that kind of stuff. He just let a fly in. Oh my gosh, now there's a fly. There's a fly. Okay, that was awkward. Anyways. So yeah, they're I think that maybe that could go down, a little bit, the human trafficking of it all, and stuff. But at the same time, too, is that just really opening up a world where America will be literally the drugs, the scandal, the fake, fake this, fake that, and just fully corrupt. And that's how America will technically run, is on a corrupt system that is openly corrupt at this point. I don't know, but all I know is that watching them try to get this man, James Springett, who they did eventually catch, and y'all, he was like, when I tell you that he escaped in a mattress and they had an oxygen tank to his face, and like they walked him out of the jail while he was inside the plastic covered mattress, I'm telling you that was some intense crap. I've never seen that before in my life. So, like I said, maybe they were searching for this man, like he had committed crimes like up behind. I didn't hear anything about murder. I'm sure that murder is involved with drug stuff, but I didn't hear anything about human trafficking, it was purely drugs. And I just thought to myself, man, they like really hating on people, trying to make, like, not make them be great. Like, he's out here making money for himself. He done found a way to build up his family, and y'all sitting up there, y'all got pharmaceutical company people doing the same thing. It's a very thin and small line on these drugs. So the fact that this guy hiding out in Colombia, I don't know if he was like Colombian or Hispanic or black or what. He looked multiracial or just that kind of colorful person. But I just felt so bad for him. Why is my IQ twitching? Did you see that? I saw it. Anyways, they caught him eventually. He did 35 years with no parole. So I just, I don't know. If you believe that drugs should be legal, please leave a comment in the comment section about why. If you feel like drugs, should not be legal, and because of all these thousands of reasons, please leave a comment in the comment section and let me know why. Because I would really want to know, because it's really a great topic, and I think it's up for better, more intense discussion on what could really happen and take place if drugs became legal. Anyways, so I was also watching the television, as I usually do, and I was like, oh yeah, R. Kelly. What happened to that guy? So I started watching it a little bit. I like Court TV Live. I like to watch stuff that's not mainstream news per se. I'm trying to get more into the news and what people aren't talking about anymore, because the thing is, people are, living by popularity control versus, what to really care about and what to really see and think about. And so anyways, I was watching Court TV Live, and R. Kelly is, in New York for another case, which he is going to be guilty of. But they were talking about how the jurors want to be anonymous, because the fact that he's abusive, he has showed criminal activity, not criminal activity, but like abusive behavior to, his victims, but it's like, he's not El Chapo. Okay, let's remember this. He's not El Chapo. He's not out trying to have hitmen. I don't even think the guy is smart enough to do that. And stuff. I think that the people around him are smarter to do that than he is. Just saying. And, I just feel like it's another testament to how they treat blacks. I don't care if this man is guilty or not. We all know he's guilty. He's a weirdo. He's pervert. He got millions of dollars off of a voice. And, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Whether he was black, white, or the third, it doesn't even matter. But he just so happened to be black. And I just feel like because of the fact that he's black and the fact that he showed himself to, probably lay a couple of hands on his victims who were R. Kelly diehard fans who stayed there and still are fighting over them to him till this day type of stuff, they want to have anonymous jury. And I was just watching, and basically what that means is to have an anonymous jury is that you don't know their identity. You don't know anything about them and stuff, which is not common unless it was dealing with like axe murderers or people like who are going to get a hitman like El Chapo. But, they're doing it for R. Kelly, and well, they're trying to. And I just find it weird. And then I started thinking, I was like, well, maybe because of the fact that, like I said, R. Kelly seems to have, my eye keeps twitching, R. Kelly seems to have diehard fans, like period, those people who don't care what he's done, who he is, they just, Robert Kelly is the way to go and stuff. His ex-wife is weird, her daughter's weird, everything is just weird about that whole situation, right? So, where does that leave us? It leaves us with the fact that maybe if people, like say if he did get convicted for something in New York or whatever from those jurors, and it has like all their personal information, then one of his diehard fans might come along and, try to get them, So in that case, yeah, I'd want to be an anonymous juror too. On the flip side, if that's not the case, then yeah, they're just kind of being racist, because it's like, why y'all always trying to make stuff complicated when it comes to these black people? Just saying. Black men especially. It's just like, come on, keep it simple. Keep it simple. The man is here because he's a sexual pervert. Okay? That's all. So let's convict him and get it over with, because we try to hear another this story. Which actually brings me to, with saying that, I also would like to say that about this case with the Vanessa Gullen, and her family raising awareness about these military bases. I remember I have a friend whose husband is military, and she's always talking about not only, she's always talking about how the conditions of the military base aren't always up to par. And that even extends to sexual harassment cases and things like that. So I really appreciate that family for educating people, putting the word out there, and making the government have to do some type of reform or system, because even my friend works with programs to help reform the military bases. So I just want to put that out there and say, not congratulations, but keep doing that. It, sometimes crap happens, and it's weird, and it's unfortunate, and it sucks, but all it does is it raises a matter to an even bigger situation in which you have gained the type of power, or the type of understanding, the type of hype, the type of you're in a situation and it's thank God, because this needed help. And even though it came at some really unlikely turns, you're really helping people more than you know. So I'm appreciative that this is finally getting out there, because I've known about some other cases that in which people did not feel comfortable coming forward, and they didn't, or they just have rape running rampant, and there's no one that they can turn to. So that happens on a regular basis, and it needs to be sought about. Now, taking that case and moving into the fact that it was a black man who supposedly was stalking her, and his white girlfriend who supposedly covered up the body and was doing all this stuff, I am lost for words. See, when it comes to things I was just defending R. Kelly, and look here, we's a sexual pervert, just let the man be. Why you gotta have anonymous jurors? Potentially or not potentially have anonymous jurors for one reason or another. Then black people go and do stuff that we know we ain't been raised to do. You must have been watching some type of movie or something like that, or been around too many other races. And I'm just speaking facts and plain blank English, because really it doesn't happen. That's racist of me. That is racist of me. I guess it does happen. But it makes it very hard to fight for certain type of justices when weird little situations, like the fact that this black man went and killed this woman for no reason. This 20-year-old just, army just killed, harassed her and then killed her. And then it sucks too that, the army base doesn't have any, they can't prove that he did it, but they can just prove that he was stalking. But it's well, what can you prove? It's justice does need to be done for that family. But then it's if he really did, the black man, do this, then I'm at a loss for words. I really am. Because that kind of stuff, it makes it hard to fight for justice for black people when they out doing heinous things like that. We're already going through turmoil and tumultuous things, let alone you going and doing something retardedly stupid. And it ain't because something's wrong with you. It's just because you watch too many of those white movies and got too many ideas and sat there and got yourself with a white woman who maybe conflicted you. I don't know. You can call me racist. I don't even care. I'm just saying in the most uneducated way that those things are not a high common, they're not highly happening in black communities. So when they do happen, it's those rare things, and it's what the heck, man, you're ruining it for all of us. Just saying. So said that in the most uneducated way, but hopefully you get the gist. Now, lastly, for this piece that I'm doing, for some ELuv news, okay? If you haven't caught any other videos, Please catch them out. I try to be inspirational, but I'm bringing you ELuv news and opinions. That's how I do it. Okay, I have to give out what I take in, and I pray that you guys are receptive, and that there is an ear and there's some understanding that goes with it. So, anyways, 17-year-old Hailey Hutchins. I don't know if you guys remember her. It's a little white girl that died from Marcus Wilson, where he shot at this car when he was leaving a freaking Taco Bell, because these racist teens, I'm gonna say these racist teenagers, were screaming racial slurs at him and trying to drive him off the road. And then so he opened fire and bang, 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 for his life. He was genuinely scared. And so now he's in jail. I feel like they put him in jail way too fast. And let me tell you something. You people are gonna be like, well, he sat there, he killed her. Yeah, he killed her. And you know what? There should be some type of understanding for that. Simple as that. How would you, if the shoe was on the other foot, if a car full of black kids, 18, 17, 16 years old, are driving crazy in a Rover, riding in the motherfucking Rover, playing rap music, gang banging, sat there like, yeah, what's up, white chick? What's up, white boy? And they was sitting up there in the car like that. Hey, what's up, nigga? What's up? If they was doing that to a car, to an individual, not even like another car full of white kids, but just to an individual white child, are you telling me that you wouldn't sit there and either call the police or shoot at them? Doing something, I'm saying, to have self-defense, trying to get away from them, scared of them. I would. Because the first thing I'm doing is, I'm not even pulling over. I'm driving faster. I'm trying to call 911. If I have my gun next to me, I ain't trying to kill nobody, but look here, if I gotta shoot a few warning shots to let y'all motherfuckers know to back off from me, to leave me alone, stay away from me, I have a gun, I will use it on any one of you, which he did, then I shouldn't be at fault for that. I shouldn't be at fault for that. Now, if he didn't have a concealed weapon, license or something, well, of course, then those precautions have to be taken, or whatever the case is, and they'll try to get him on some type of technicality. I'm sure they will, because he's a black man, period. They will try to get that boy on some type of technicality. They were even sitting up there calling his girlfriend a nigger lover. That's the kind of area that he was in. So don't sit up there and tell me that, that she didn't deserve to die. I don't choose anyone's fate on whether they deserve to die or not. But all I do know is that was her day. And that's not speaking ill of her, but that's not what she gets. But that's what happens when you surround yourself with people who are doing bad things, period. Some people wouldn't look at racism as a bad thing, but it is. It just is. It makes you ignorant. It makes you almost lifeless to have that type of influence on another person. Yeah, it's bad. And the fact that you were in the car, it wasn't that boy who really killed you. It was those people in the car that killed you because you shouldn't have been with them. That's like if I'm sitting there in a car full of drug dealers. Okay, well, I don't deal drugs, but I'm in the car with them. And you know what? Today is the day where I'm going to try to deal drugs. You know what? Well, today is the day that I might just get shot and die. And so I'm not going to be in the car in the first place with drug dealers. Same thing for her. You should have stayed your ass at home and stuff like that. Maybe, and families should be teaching their children not to be racist and shouting racial slurs and antagonizing, harassing, and bullying someone who was at a freaking Taco Bell. Did I say that more clearly, or does anyone else need me to reiterate on that? Because I dare someone to try to have another opinion about it, in which I will so have a thumb war. Thumb war. Want to sit there and bring that topic up for discussion. Justice needs to be done. Real justice. Real justice in the talks of racism and re-educating mindsets. Talks of what children should and should not do to other human beings. Let's gain some humanization here, which is what black people are trying to gain, which is why it's stupid when a freaking black man chooses to kill a chick on an army base for doing some weird shit that he wasn't taught to death. Okay, I'm done going off. I'm done. You get the point. That's it for ELuv She Said News today. On the next video, we'll be talking about voting. I'm trying to get y'all excited because I think that something should really be done about it. Voting is a big important thing and we need to be, get into it. So we're going to be talking about voting and president and things like that on some more ELuv She Said News. There's going to be a few ELuv She Said News because a lot is going on in the world. And gosh, Lee, I have so much to say about it. It's ridiculous. But that's all for today. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be blessed. And I'm not trying to be mean. If you feel like I am, leave a comment in the comment section.